working. I don't know if this is going to work. This is too high. I thought I'd try to sketch a little something. I already have this sort of base. That's made out of a... it's a terrible, terrible... It's just a little sort of draft. Maybe I can do something out of it. Out of an old habit, I turn to block the basic shapes for everything in Sculptris, and then I move on to ZBrush. I have this idea for this sort of goblin character. It's not exactly a goblin, but I don't know what else to call it. Well, he started his life as a bit of a goblin kind of character. It's something that I want to do for an original thing. An actual animated thing that I wanted to do this year, but I had so much trouble with so many other things that I abandoned it completely. But I had the idea last year, and I really wanted to make it my 2023 project, but I haven't done almost anything with it. Originally it was going to be some sort of goblin sort of character that teams up with a fairy to make together some kind of spell, and the whole story was pretty much that, he collecting the last ingredients that they needed for the spell, and then actually trying to perform it. And that's the whole thing. I wrote it last year, and when my laptop's hard drive broke beyond repair, I lost the entire screenplay that I had. But I already rewrote pretty much what I had. Probably even better and more fleshed out, more developed than what I had last year. I'm really not sure of what to do, where I'm going with this guy. Again, at some point I thought I'd make him like the size of a Smurf in a way, because again he was going to team up with this fairy, and they were supposed to be small. Now I don't know if I'm thinking of rather making them, now that I've written more lore and the backstory for them, I think I'm gonna make them like full-sized. I don't know if I'm going to make them... This guy is still some sort of a... Again, I keep wanting to use the word goblin for the lack of a better one, but he's still some kind of creature, while the fairy has become now a sort of sorceress. I don't know if I really want to make her human. Not completely human, maybe. Maybe just humanoid. I haven't decided any of those aspects that are really important. They're not a minor thing, but I still really don't know what to do. There were some advantages to making them sort of small, like a fairy size and this sort of dwarf goblin sort of size. Now if I make them full-sized, she's going to be too human. Again, that's why I keep thinking I could make her something else, and either make her some kind of feline character or some other kind of creature. Because otherwise I feel like it's going to be almost a bit of a Beauty and the Beast situation, and I don't want that. I want for him to be sort of odd and not like the other inhabitants of this world. He was born out of an experiment a wizard made pretty much. So he's still seen as this sort of a weird guy that's, even people who love him and people who appreciate him still see him as this sort of strange thing that's not like them, you know? Because he is really appreciated in his community and whatever, but they don't necessarily see him as a peer, which is something I guess I have experienced, and I'm not necessarily trying to be preachy in any way, or to necessarily do this as a self-insert. But I thought it was like an interesting quality to sort of play with in a world where evil itself, actual evil, has already been vanquished. The people who remain are supposed to be the good ones, but they're still not perfect. They're still not without flaws. And this guy is probably very optimistic and sort of naive. And again, the biggest flaw of other people around him is that they don't treat him badly or anything, but they don't really see him as one of them. They see him as sort of what he is, some kind of Frankenstein's monster made by a wizard. I so don't know what to do in terms of design. I don't want to do anything too extreme. I don't want to make like a weird monster, but I do want to make him sort of unique to his world. I'm probably not gonna come up with a great, super interesting design. I'm just riffing. I'm just sort of blocking the basic shape, so I'm going to refine all of this once I export it to ZBrush. I don't know if I'm going to end up using this exactly, but I have to sort of try to come up with a design. I want to experiment a little bit and see what I can do. I want to keep some of this goblin-esque features that I always had in mind. I don't know really. It's probably a kind of cliche, but I always thought of him as this kind of character that would have this sort of red cap mushroom for a head, or for a hat, or for something. It's a bit of a commonplace, but I don't know what to do with the ears now. Is he gonna look like he's bald and wearing a red cap? So far he looks like Nosferatu or something. Is this too square? Again, he's not supposed to be cute, but he's not supposed to be ugly either. I always thought of giving him like a pointy nose. I might have to... might have to change this a little bit. That has a bit of an angle. I think it's gonna work better than a flat surface, and it should also be more sort of pointy in this direction. Where's the middle point? Oh, here. Is that better? it's closer to what I intended. This ended up affecting the bottom. Can I inflate this part without screwing up the rest? Well, it's not this what I'm trying to inflate really. I'm trying to make this more curvy in this direction. Is that too much? Yeah, it's it looks like a weird hat. It is anyway, but maybe I can soften this. Again, when I refine it, I'm going to make this in multiple different parts, but here I'm just sort of blocking the basic shapes. Maybe if I can flip this. Is that better? I don't even know. More like it. Basically, I kind of wanted to look like maybe something that Brian Proud could have designed for like Labyrinth or something like that. Not exactly, but it's sort of my goal for this. It's kind of the look that I want. Again, out of the old sort of habit, I'm starting this in Sculptris. I could do it directly in ZBrush, but I feel like I started almost a decade ago with Sculptris, nothing else, since it was free back in the day. Well, I guess it's still free, but now they've integrated it in actual ZBrush, and now the sort of free gateway drug into ZBrush is ZBrush core. But back in the day, what they had was with Pixologic, it was just ZBrush. So from that time, I'm still sort of used to blocking the shapes, the basic shapes here first, and then moving over to ZBrush. This was just a fear. I don't want it to preserve any of the shapes of a flattened sphere that I started as. That I started with. Well, it's not just that, but I don't want it to look like a basic shape that I've neglected from some angle. Anyway. I don't know. That's not really what the mouth is gonna look like or anything. This is just some, again, another sphere that I started giving like a basic shape to, because I wanted to start from scratch for this character. I didn't want to use like another face and deform it or anything. I wanted to do everything myself for this, which I generally do, but sometimes you use like some base model, even if it's your own sort of template or like a dummy. I have a lot of those that I use sometimes for parts that I don't really need to make from scratch. It reminds me of someone. Do I have that somewhere? No, I don't think I do. Again, this was going to be my 2023 sort of passion project, but so many things happened that I ended up burnt out completely and I didn't do anything. Hey! The music's scary. I don't know, it's just some sort of ambience thing that I played, because it's like the one thing that I know that's not copyrighted. I'm just starting to sort of block some shapes or something. How are you? Is this working? Locked. What am I doing? This guy is some sort of goblin sort of character that I wanted to make for like an animated thingy that I wanted to do this year and I never made it. So I'm trying to sketch a little something now. It's not definitive, but I'm just trying to find what it could look like. I wanted to do like a little animated thing this year, starring this little character, but I've been so busy and I've been burnt out with other things, and I lost even the screenplay and the research and the stuff that I had done last year when my laptop broke. So that also set me back. And only now I'm going back to see what I can do, if I can actually make him happen. This looks very weird. I'm just blocking the sort of basic shapes. I'm not sure what he should look like. Yeah, no, out of that I lost everything. That hard drive was broken beyond repair, and I lost everything. I did the one thing that I did do earlier this year was rewriting the screenplay that I have, but everything else was gone, including some research stuff that I had done, looking for references and looking for stuff that I could use, even like royalty-free music and anything that I could use. I lost everything, so it was such a setback that was really discouraging, and what was going to be my 2023 passion project never happened, at least this year. So now I'm trying to go back and see what I can do. It's a very weird looking nose. And I had streamed some games before this week, so I always thought I should try to do some kind of art stream, and I thought it was a good excuse and a good moment to try to do something with this guy. I had only made like a very basic shape for the head. This is very flat. He looks so scared, because that's not what a mouth should look like. It's just a hole. Yeah. Jesus, no. I don't really know about the long nose. I always had this kind of idea of the mushroom cap sort of thing, and the long nose and long ears. And maybe it's going to get in the way of the animation from some angles. Maybe not. I don't even know what I'm doing. But that's often the case in these early stages. Should I? I'm not using any reference or anything right now. I'm not using any base. Sometimes I use like a dummy that I have like pre-sculpted and sort of customize it, but I wanted to do this really from scratch, so the face is a big potato. No, that's not how. I'm not doing like a lot of detail yet. Again, I'm just blocking the basic shapes to see what the proportions could look like, and what even is that? I still want it to be kind of a goblin, but I don't want it to be completely ugly. I don't want it to be cute, but I don't want it to be ugly either. I don't want it... I know what I don't want, and I'm not sure of what I do want. I don't know if it's time to close the mouth a little bit already. This weird corners make him look like an old man. He's suffering. I don't know, I probably should sculpt him with the mouth sort of open, but not like this. If I could fill the lips a little more, Jesus, not like that. That's weird. Why is this like two-sided? Did I change the... I feel like I changed some settings at some point, because it's not supposed to look like two-sided. Now he looks even more worried. That's too deep. He has a weird overbite. He's kind of like me. Yeah, I work with to begin and to set up the basic shapes. I do work with symmetry, and then I sort of break it if necessary. But in general, it's a good tool to have to keep the proportions correct and the way you want them. But then yeah, you can turn it off and then just work on one side and give him like anything that breaks symmetry, like a single mole or something, or one eye more open, or stuff like that, give it like a weird smirk. But symmetry is very useful to have in the beginning when you're setting up the basic shape. This looks very flat, the eyes are sunken in. That doesn't look better. Yeah, you usually work like if it's something that's meant to be animated or posed later, you work. It's like when models come like in a T-pose, they come, everything is done like in a neutral, symmetric pose, and then you pose them and break the symmetry and add like the detail you need. Why is the face so flat again? This freaking mouth makes him look like an old man. Why is it so... I don't know how to... I don't know if I should detail this a bit. That's not how mouths work, is it? It's more of a lip, but it's very weird. Maybe the eyes shouldn't be perfect spheres and they should be more sort of almond shaped or something. But well, I don't want him to look like an alien, but is that too big? I don't know where to put the eyelids. Also, maybe, well, they should be, obviously they're not gonna be part of the eye globe, but just to see where the eyelids could go, and that's too high. I think it's kind of cute to have a lower eyelid, like. What the hell am I doing? Should go like this way. It's weird. I don't want him to look weird. I don't want him to look cute either, but I'd rather he looked cute instead of a weird alien. This the mushroom cap is going to be, it's going to have this striations here, like well, well done, but not like this. I'm trying to see what it might look like. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so set on that look of a mushroom cap, but it's the idea that I had at first, and I kept changing it. That's like the one thing that I'm trying to keep. But if it doesn't work, I might change it. I'm not sure about the ears either, especially because he has like a weird empty space here in the temples. I don't know if the ears should go higher. But well, maybe that's a little better. Here they could be more curvy. I don't know if the big cheeks are a good idea, or I guess they are from the time when I was trying to go from something a bit more cute, but now that he's looking, well, now that he's looking weirder, probably a cute feature is worth keeping, but the roof of the mouth is weird, but well, it doesn't matter. Keeps looking worried. Probably should look for some reference. Eyebrows are probably going to make a big difference, but at least I'm gonna give him some sort of placeholder eyebrows. don't know. I feel like at least it's already going to look less expressionless. I don't know. Maybe they could be bigger, thicker, or more detailed, looking like actual hair. But as a bit of a placeholder, it should be useful to give it a bit of an expression. Subdividing so weird. I don't know if it's the wrong configuration or something. I should fill up this area a little bit. It's too hollow, it almost looks like just a skull. I shouldn't make him smile, it should be more of a neutral expression, but just to see what, if he can emote at all. I think that's a little bit less terrifying now. If I try to make the neck from the same, is it subdividing? Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, now he went from looking terrified to looking weirdly happy, or I should make a more neutral expression, but I guess again, I'm just trying to find what he could look like. Nothing of this is final or set in stone. I might go back to something more traditional looking, less weird. But I just wanted to try doing most of the features and and stuff like that from scratch. If you go to ZBrush, there are brushes where you can apply, and you make a nose with a single stroke. You can make an eye socket or a mouth. And for this guy, I wanted to make everything from scratch, and out of nothing I started with a sphere instead of using some head template or something. But if it ends up looking too weird, I'm gonna go back and use a template. Yeah, it was a literal sphere when it started. Not in this stream. I already had like a very basic face made out of that sphere. I made it like early this year, but it was nothing. It was basically, why is it because it's bald, or because of the nose, or what? It reminds me of Patrick Stewart right now. Why? What is it about him? It's not what I was going for, but I don't hate it. This is the shape of the head. What the hell is it? Why is it Patrick Stewart? A very cartoony, weird Patrick Stewart, but something reminds me of him. Why is this dividing so weird? Yeah, it's not a flattering Patrick Stewart, but something reminds me of him. Maybe I should have done a different character first. But no, this guy at least has to be, or can be, sort of weird looking. But the other character that I have to do has to look more pretty in a way. And beauty is harder. That's why I like weird monsters and villains and stuff like that. I've never done like a Disney princess or anyone that has to look pretty, because they're so much harder to make. Don't know what's happening. If I export it to ZBrush, where is it? What am I even looking for? Some other material? Not that. I had a skin shader. Where did... Oh. If I split here. make it lower, but where are the ears? The ears here. Here I can merge them together and what's even the tool that I'm looking for? This Dynamesh. Now I can remesh. And the shapes are welded together. They are one thing instead of being split. Why is this so square from this angle? What brush am I looking for? This. I should have done something else with the eyes, but I really don't know what in this early stage. Should I just remesh that? Here I should have, maybe I can extract a different shape out of this. Symmetry on. There we go. That's very irregular, but basically it should be that shape. This white shader is not helping. This perspective, yeah. Neck. What's the actual shape of the neck? Should be pointy, sort of upwards. Well, I don't know where this is going, but it's already more progress than I thought I was going to make today. I could bring the ear forward a little bit more. Looks too straight. I want it to be more sort of curvy. The tip could be finer, thinner. He's looking more like a boy. I don't know, the shape of the mouth now reminds me of Robin Williams. Why do I keep seeing random people in him? Ooh. I don't know if I should give him like an Adam's apple or something. No, not like that. Not a weird lump. Again, the cheeks are too round, but it's like, I feel like the one thing that makes him kind of cute-ish. And not completely weird. Where's the brush that I'm looking for? Too many brushes. I used it before, isn't it? Jesus. That's a problem, they even move around when you pick one. I don't even remember what it's called. I want to make this deeper. I don't know how to make really the bottom of a cap, the sort of striations. Is that even a word? I don't even know. Can I? This doesn't look round at all. Move. It's a bit more. Yeah, that's a problem. You lose all sort of objectivity when you spend a long time looking at it. That's why I never recorded my sculpting and streaming it. I don't know if it's going to work, because if I always leave them and go back a different day, try something different, redo something, because yeah, you sort of lose that fresh look that you need, especially for an original character that I have no reference for. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to sort of find it while I go. But yeah, I like the cheeks. don't know about the nose. I think it should be flatter. And how even a nose this big? What should it be like? Maybe it should be more like flat in the bottom, or maybe not flat, but where are the... here. A rounded kind of flat, but not this thing that I have now. This, but rounded. No, but not so much in the tip. Maybe here. Make it more flat. Did that even change anything? No. Nope. The philtrum should go. It shouldn't be so wide. How do noses work, even especially when they're not? Should just the tip be longer? Should it be? Pointy? Should it be more round? Again, I'm not sure about the pointy nose from the animation point of view, because if I needed to animate him from this angle, which is not very flattering to begin with, the nose gets in the way of the lips and it's going to be a problem. But yeah, it's very unlikely that I'm gonna use this angle. You can barely see the mouth from here. I don't know, I sort of like the idea of the long nose, but not so much the way it looks like now. What it looks like. More round, like a normal nose, or like a short one, or like a big. I could inflate it. Well, not that much, but maybe make that kind of nose. It's kind of weird. I like the pointy one, but I don't know if I made it short and round, like should I save this? Oof. If I made it shortish but round, that looks, well, it could work. Makes me think more of a sort of an elf character. Not an elf, not the beauty, not the pretty elves from like Tolkien or something, but more like a gnome, or like a, I don't even know who is who in those kind of characters. I don't know if I like it, but I don't hate it. I feel like it makes a little bit more sense than the weird pointy one. It makes me think of a bit of a clown. It is, but maybe that would help to make him look Yeah, there's something about this nose that makes him look like more friendly, or I don't know what it is. Could be with this I could make like bigger nostrils, or at least a bit more round here. Yeah, there's something like friendly about him. That's what I want to convey with his expression. But I always thought of the pointy nose that I should go back and save it, just in case. But I do like this. Again, it kind of makes me feel like it's a bit of a clown's nose. Well, more so if I give it like a shading, but it's very clownish. But yeah, overall there's like a friendly look to it that I like. It also depends on what I make the other character look like, because originally it was going to be, this guy was going to be like a goblin, and the other character was going to be like a fairy. I don't want him to look, I don't want her to be very pretty and him to be very ugly. I don't want it to be like a Beauty and the Beast kind of thing. I want them to be more similar. But I don't want her to have like weird ears or nose or anything either. So I don't know how to balance that. Why does this look so straight? Basically, I like it. Again, it was just like a sort of a test, what I wanted to do today, to see what the basic shape could look like. like this shape. I was going to try something. I was going to try different variations, but I like this sort of rounded, but with a little tapered tip here. I should remesh, polish again. Now this other half. Okay. Let's polish. Let's remesh. Symmetry on. Maybe I should turn it off for a while. No. Polishing. Maybe I should. Should make it bigger. Feel the cap better. Oh, that went through the ears a bit. Hey, couch. How are you? I thought I'd do a little quote-unquote art stream today, since I have more time. Ooh, what happened? I'm good. Was just sort of sketching a little bit, trying to block the basic shapes for an original character that I wanted to do like a long time ago, and got carried away and I started adding some details, more than I originally intended. I still have to do something with the eye sockets. They look so weird. I don't know if I should texture the ears. Yeah, it began like a potato. I had like a very basic shape, very ugly shape, made out of a sphere, and I started massaging the face, and it already looks a bit more like a character. This is a sort of an original character for for a thing that I wanted to do this year, and I ended up not doing anything because I had so many setbacks. Yeah, oh my god, what the hell was this? I had done this ugly thing out of a sphere, and that was the base that I had, and I went. It turned into this in how long? A bit over an hour. I wasn't going to do any details, but I'm liking this shape. I'm liking this sort of foundation. So I might... I don't know what to do with the eyes right now. That's the biggest problem. Yeah, this guy really is my child more than anything that I've done before. I wrote a little screenplay for him, and to perhaps try to do in animation. And then my laptop broke in December last year, and I lost it, but I've written it again. But I had not done anything in terms of actually modeling or anything yet. Okay, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, this was going to be my passion project of 2023, and I abandoned it after everything that happened, but I always intended to go back because it's a story that I want to tell. It's not that interesting, but it's my little thing. It's a story I want to tell. It's a character that I wanted to make. How can I do the things in the cap? Should I... I should have done this before, some kind of shape in here. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I like this. I like it this way again. The pointy nose, I don't know if it would have worked. Something like this. Yeah, I think he does look sort of more friendly. This kind of clown nose. I was going for a pointy one originally. Should make some kind of cross section here to see the shape of an egg. Yeah, just to see if it's round and it's not too square or weirdly shaped. Did I save the nose? Maybe the bridge of the nose, now that it's not pointy, it doesn't need to be so prominent, and it could be a bit more rounded here. Not so wide. No, I guess I like it the way it was. Maybe I could make it a little bit more round instead of going straight like this, but a bit more soft. This. Is that? No. Something like that, but softer. Sort of enhance sort of arches. Should move the eyebrows. Them too curvy in this direction, and they could be I don't even know. Is that really better? This forehead should be a bit more round and less flat. But also sort of soft. What am I looking for? This topologic. Did that stretch the ear too much? No. The funny thing is, Phil Jameson has a lot to do with this, and nothing to do with this. But when I did last year this animated thing that I did for this sort of fake trailer for the Hamlet factory for his birthday video, I discovered this animation software that I had never used before. I always wanted to make animation, but I cannot really draw, and the 3D stuff that I do, I can't really animate either, because it's a whole rigging it and animating it. It's a whole other set of skills and softwares that I don't really have, and that probably I could do in Blender or something, but I never really got into Blender. So I discovered this weird hybrid where I can make like 2D renders of my 3D models and rig them and animate those. I've done a few tests with some old renders of some old models, and I found that it's something that I can finally sort of do to make some very rudimentary animations, but I can finally make some kind of animations in a way I couldn't before. For God's sake, stop changing the color. I want to change the size here. So it's probably going to be again very rudimentary and primitive and whatever, but if things go the way I wish they did, this guy should be the protagonist of what might be my first animated little, I don't want to say short film because it sounds so pretentious, but let's call it my first little animation. Should I bring this inwards a little bit? I'm dealing with everything but the eyes. What the hell do I do about the eyes? I could do... Are they welded together now that I exported them here? No. Are they? Do they touch? No, they don't. Oh crap. Are you gonna crush now? God damn it. Crushing. Is it different? should do something about the music, but I don't know what can I play that loops endlessly and it's not copyrighted. I want him to look sort of cartoony, but not quite. I want him to look kind of weird, but not ugly. Kind of friendly, but not cute. It's so tricky, but since I can't really draw, I thought it was best to try to find him in 3D already. I mean, I could draw, but I'm never too happy with what I draw. It's not my way to do things. It's not really my arena. Why is it so square? There's like some weird angles. Some weird... Well, it's not visible, is it? It doesn't matter, but... I was going to... How do I even... Can I do like a semi-sphere with one of these, the primitives? Okay. That is weird. But let's split. Masked. Is this open? Yeah, let's close it and remesh. And maybe polish. And let's rotate it. I don't really know if this is how I'm gonna do the eyelids, but it could work. Okay. I don't hate it. Maybe... That could work. Maybe more open. Is that centered to the... There we go. That's more like it. It's centered with the actual eyeball. No, that's probably not the right angle, but I should... Is symmetry disabled? Okay. I don't really know if this is how I should go about the eyelids, but again, part of the inspiration for this is the kind of goblins from like Labyrinth and stuff like that, so I do want for something like the eyes to look like almost mechanic, almost like a puppet. But I don't know if this is exactly the way. But for now, it could be. Like it doesn't look, he doesn't look as friendly with those eyelids. Maybe I can just get rid of the lower lids. Yeah. I don't know if this angle of the eyebrow also makes it look like a frown, and then if it had pupils, what would they look like? That looks like shit, but to give it a sort of basic, that looks bad. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the eyelids, but for now, I guess those can sort of stay as a placeholder. Can I extract this bit? I like this sort of 3/4 profile view, but I don't know if I like the front view. I don't know what's wrong. Should I bring the cheeks forward a little bit? In here. No, that doesn't change the front, but I think they're a bit sunken. this. I don't know when I turned off the symmetry and I made the cheeks uneven. Oh no, that doesn't necessarily work, I think. There's something too flat in here. There should be, I should bring them forward, maybe not like that. Why? What is it? Topological. This, maybe. I don't know. It wasn't even in my plans trying to do anything of a body today, but I might try. Again, I don't know what kind of proportions to give him. Initially it was going to be more like a little goblin. Now I thought it could be a bit more human-like. Again, well, human-like with these features, but human proportioned. I don't think he should be like the original kind of Smurf that I was going to do. Maybe I should give the cap some spots. Let's see, red cap. Mushroom. Oh. Yeah, I was going to give it a couple of spots here and there, but the actual red caps have a lot of very nicely textured spots. I don't know if I feel like I'm gonna go more for the cartoony, fairy tale-ish version of just giving it a few spots here and there, which don't necessarily have to be this that I'm drawing now, but just sort of no, this is too even. It shouldn't be that many. I wanted fewer, really. Maybe another big one here. Oddly enough, asymmetry is so weird to deal with. You end up trying to make something more random, and you end up doing something that's very even, very calculated, very not random at all. This should be bigger. I don't know. I'm just testing this anyway, but just to see what it could look like. Are these too close? This is too close. Something like this. Maybe this should be bigger. Again, it looks very even, it looks very aligned, and you want it to look more random, and it's hard. Why is it so hard? Now if I extract those shapes just to test and to see what they could look like. Maybe soften them, not too much, but and polishing them. Maybe inflating them a little bit. Remeshing them. I don't even know, but that's more or less the look that I was going for. Maybe it should be fewer, it could be more, it could be smaller, but that's kind of what I was going for and what I had in mind. Maybe I can use radial symmetry to do the things here in the lower, in the white part of the cap. How do I do that? Should I start a new scene? I like this sort of spots after all. Again, nothing is set in stone. I was just trying to see what the character could look like based on the idea that I've had for over a year and I did nothing with for all this time. Am I making it square again? How do I... maybe I can... why didn't I do this more flat? If I flatten the inside, I could maybe do the lower half directly in here with... It's gonna look stupid at first, like so many things, but it could work. If I make like this little shapes this way, okay, not that thick, maybe like this, and then if I inflate them later, if I do something like this, after all that matters is what it looks like here outside the... Does it make any sense? Am I gonna have to hide this lower half? Where is it? if I complete the circle and then I inflate them, I think it could work. If I put it here. Okay, these aren't going to the center, they should all go towards this center. I could make them... Why is it not sticking to the flat surface here? Go there. This is gonna take forever done this way, but I feel like it could be more effective than trying something else. I'll try... Is there a plane that I can use? Where is it? This thick plane. If I do something like in frigging, what is it called? Radial symmetry. And I do something, I don't know if 20 is too much, but if I do, well, something like this. Where am I? The freaking radial symmetry sometimes makes it crash, but now that it's done, there. I would have spent forever making it one by one, but with radial symmetry we have this. Now I merge it together and it's all one shape that I can put inside the cap. Maybe I can polish, make it rounder. That's going to look pretty organic, I think, under the cap. I should export this or something. Why is the freaking symmetry radial again? There we go. Did I export it as a single thing? Let's go here. Split hidden. And this, then load. No, import. This. Where is it now? No. That's too big. it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Better work. Needs some adjustments. But I think it's better and more organic looking than what I was trying. Thank you. I really found a way to cheat doing this to make it radially symmetric instead of making one by one or trying to subdivide a different surface. I think this is gonna work better than what I was doing. Yeah, a lot of this is like pretty much an exercise in problem solving of one way or another. You have to end up with a specific shape, and it's up to you how you get there, but I think I had made it the shape that I had made before. It was right. How do I pull it down without making it too weird? Where's the symmetry point? Okay. That. What time is it? Ooh. Okay. I should leave like in 20 minutes, but this has been a lot more productive than I thought it would be. I set out to try just blocking some basic shapes or something. I didn't think I was going to do anything that I might actually use today. Thank you, you too. Thank you for coming, checking out the stream again. I've been streaming every day this week, which wasn't even originally in my plans either, but it's been nice. I already have like some achievements and everything. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get like affiliate, or probably I'm never gonna get partnered or anything, but it's sort of rewarding in a way that I wasn't expecting it would be. Oh. Is that it? Is that better? A bit rounded? Now I'm going to have to place it again. Eyeball the placement. right position for this? I should definitely do something with the eyes. I'm not very happy with them right now, but considering what I thought I would be able to do today, this is a lot of progress coming from this frigging potato that I have. really ugly basic features out of a sphere. That's really ugly, my god. I made a lot of progress that I was not expecting. What was I even thinking? I again, it was just for the sake of, you start with a sphere, and you start making very basic features, and that's it. Then you go refining them. But this, I don't know what this is. But I'm happy that I started that way, because it's really more mine as opposed to using some kind of template or something, some other character that I might have done before that I could have used. I really wanted for this guy to be very mine and done from scratch as I could. As needs a lot of refining everywhere, but I'm pretty satisfied with this. Again, I didn't think I was going to have a more or less a usable look for the character. Maybe I can try to do like a very basic render with some materials and different colors and different, just to have a bit of a look at what could it look like in a more photorealistic setting. And what the hell am I looking for? Render properties, smooth normals, external normal, render keyshot. There we go. Let's go to keyshot and assign some materials to him to see what it can look like. Again, he's clearly not really finished, but to see what he could look like in the sunlight, in a forest, in a thing. Just again to see what he could like. with a bit more sort of realistic lighting. He looks weird without eyes, without pupils, but just to see what he could look like in the sunlight, in the forest where he belongs. Maybe I can give him some temporary pupils with some labels here. Where the hell am I gonna find now? Working at all? What characters pupils can I recycle for this? I like the red cap. Maybe some of his spots could be smaller, but I was going for a sort of a fairy tale-ish thing and not very much the realistic thing. Is there a tiny one here? Why is there a tiny thing? Oh, it's this thing that's bleeding through the cap. It's not a spot. Maybe this could be a bit more yellowish. It's also not going to be all solid colors, but here I can use solid materials to make it look like to see what it looks like, to see what materials could look like. Yeah, that's what this is. I have to move it forward a little bit. And now it sticks through the front. I should... Is that better? There we go. I like this color and this for the cap. I don't know how I feel about this weird bald part here that looks like maybe should have hair, but I'm not gonna give him hair. I don't know again if he should be flesh colored like this, but I don't want him to be like a weird color like an ogre or anything. Oh, the xenomorph, I did like a xenomorph in a previous year in my daily challenge, so it must have been that. Let me save this and I'll show you. I did a very... Is this the old one? I did a very stupid looking xenomorph in 2015 for my first daily challenge. And then I made a much better version of the xenomorph queen for 2017, I think. It's, yeah, I don't know. Again, it's been so long. The mouth looks really stupid. These teeth don't look scary at all, but it looks like it's smiling. That's why I don't like it. But it's, again, it was the very first year that I did the daily challenge. It looks kind of okay, kind of recognizable as what it is, but if you look up close at the detail, it's very silly. And I did the queen, again, I'm not sure. What did I call it? Alien Queen? Alien Queen. I did the queen in 2018. And it was much better. I fully poly painted her. It's a lot more detail. I did this one for also the daily challenge, and because I was so dissatisfied with the other one that I had done for 2015. This is too dark. I was much happier with this one. Even when I didn't give it a lot of detail in a lot of parts. But the head and the mouth and the thing is a lot more accurate and more impressive and scary. The other one ended up looking so silly. Do I have hiccup now? Oh god. And it has the other little mouth thingy inside. That's also very simple, but I didn't even sculpt the teeth separately. But it was supposed to just be seen in there in the shadow of the mouth. Thank you, I'm happy with this one. Again, the other one ended up looking so stupid. Okay, this guy. I'm probably going to poly paint the face and not make it look so flat. I'm going to give him some rosy cheeks and I don't know, freckles or something, and I'm going to give the lips more definition. I should see what to do with the eyelids and the eyes. But basically I like this. I wasn't even thinking I'd do anything I could use today. I think I'm gonna keep working on it as opposed to starting over with some other variation. This is really more or less what I wanted. Okay, then it's almost 5:30 here, so I should get going. I like it. I like this forest thing because it's a very realistic daylight that's very harsh, and it brings out all of the defects and all of the. It kind of looks like a doll or something, which I'm not opposed to. I'm not going for realism necessarily. Again, I'd be happy if it looked like one of the puppets from Labyrinth or something like that. But yeah, this is more than I thought I'd be able to do today. I don't know if there's anyone, there's any friend out there that we can raid or something. Oh, there's Charlie. I don't know if it's worth it. I always feel like I'm just trying to self-promote and I'm not contributing anything by raiding with 2 viewers. But I don't know. Let's try to raid Charlie anyway. Thank you again very much for coming, Shehan. Couch, if you're still around. I should stream again tomorrow briefly, and I don't know if I'm going to continue with this or with the gaming side, or what am I going to do next. I might have to go somewhere tomorrow, so I don't know even what's going to happen. But I've been streaming every day for like the whole week now. I don't even know. It's been fun. It's been stimulating in a weird way that I wasn't expecting, and sort of rewarding as well. Thank you again, everyone, for coming, for following, for everything this week. I should be back again tomorrow. It's been, what was that? Oh, the overlay. I just set up those overlays. I forgot I had them. Thank you, Shehan, for following. I should get going. Thank you again, everyone. Let's try to raid Charlie. What is it exactly? Cool like? Just cool like? Thank you again. Ooh, I moved the microphone. Thank you again for coming, for following, for everything. See you probably tomorrow. I never know how to outro this. Let's just raid Charlie.